So why are we calling this a festival?
Okay, so I go to a lot of music festivals. I was at one this summer, and I thought about how there's something for everybody there. When you spend the day, you feel like watching music, you hit one stage, band's not great, maybe you hit another stage, discover a new band that you really love. So I loved that experience, and I thought, how can I have an experience like that with work? We can have presentations where you're finding out some more about another new band. You could sit on the grass or at a table with some other colleagues or organizations that are like yours, that have problems like yours, and you can just sit and talk about those problems and how you might, maybe there was a solution that somebody came up with. And then, the main event, the main stage event, which is the road mapping, and it's really talking with organizations about their strategic goals, how to support those strategic goals over the next 3 to 8 years with product and with process, and how to not just turn on one application and then be done with it, to really thoughtfully plan out an HCM, an HR talent implementation.
So I want to go back to this road mapping. Mm-hmm. Specifically, what are we going to be doing with it when people show up to this event? So I understand that we're going to sit down with each individual organization who shows up and give them a personalized roadmap. Is that right?
That is right. So we'll have some questions that go out before, so we can kind of get an idea of your organization and what some of your priorities are. And then we'll have sessions during the days that we'll schedule and talk through a little deeper some of the pain points, some of the wish list items, and put together a personalized roadmap. What homework needs to be done to turn on certain applications, what applications may help out in some of those pain point areas, and within a few days after, a week after, I'm not sure, don't quote me on when we'll get it back to you, but we'll put everything that we talked about in the session into an actionable deck. So it's not just let's talk through it and get some ideas, but you'll have a takeaway that will help you really put in place all of the things that you've talked about and want to do to support your organization.
What else can people expect when they show up here?
So it is going to be a controlled three-ring circus. I mean, it is a festival, so there will be a lot of activities going on. Again, if somebody doesn't want to do training, they can go and do sandbox time. So we'll have sandboxes set up that people can kind of get in, play around, have some test scripts, and run through processes. We will run through payroll processing with you, so there might be some sandbox sessions to run through a payroll. There will definitely be a training session around payroll. So there'll be trainings, demos, presentations, networking, topics and events, as well as fun stuff. So there'll be games, there'll be some scavenger hunts. The evenings we will be doing some other things.
Yeah, we're going to be hosting a painting workshop. We're going to do some axe throwing, soap making, trivia night.
We've talked about possibly actually live music and bands, and we do have a stage in our office. I think it's just going to be an event for people in the Infor community to get together to talk about things that are on top of mind right now. Decommissions in a couple of years for the S3 applications, and a lot of people are really trying to figure out how to move past that. And there are some things that S3 did very well, and organizations want to keep those customizations or keep whatever it may be, and are not sure how to move to the Infor Cloud Suite products. So we want to help out with that. We want to have that networking. We will have our keynote speaker is Marcus Mossberger from Infor. So he will be talking about HR trends. We'll have some other interesting speakers that are outside of the Infor community that will come and talk about HR topics as well. So.
All right, I've got one last question for you.
Okay.
The question on everybody's mind, that maybe people aren't asking, but who knows, we'll find out, is what is the cost to attend this?
Yes.
Because I understand there's two different...
There are two costs. You know, we have a group rate, but there's also an individual rate. So it is $12.95 for one person to come, 3 days of content, and 3 evenings of fun, and all meals, and $2,695 for 5 people in the organization, up to 5 people. So you have a rate. Bring your team. This will be, you know, good for HR users, IT users who support HR, definitely leadership or stakeholders in an organization, project sponsors, budget owners possibly. All are welcome. There'll be content for every type of role that could come out here.